help me out here. Help me understand something. I consume a lot of media, centrist and conservative, and what I'm hearing an awful lot is this sort of political gotcha game of pointing out the heinous actions of the left whenever you have a lot of people. Let's say that there's a contingent on the left. It's 15% of the hard left that are rejoicing that Charlie Kirk was killed because of what he was saying, because of his words. This hard left contingency, there's let's say out of that 15%, let's say an additional 5% will refer to speech as violence, and that there is almost no difference between physical violence and speech that they refer to themselves as being violent, which is one of the reasons why you'll see the left saying, oh, well, sure, he wasn't directly violent, but the words he was using were violent and all that other stuff. That I think that it's now more important than ever for us in the centrist and on the right to begin to be very particular with the words that we use, and that we try to remain as intellectually, verbally honest as possible. And what I see happening, or there are a couple things, but I want to narrow it down to one, that I see happening is playing a game that no one else is playing. The left has abandoned the left has completely abandoned the whole idea of being peaceful and tolerant and really just trying to, can't we all just get along? That died a long time ago. I want to say about 15 years ago. I have not even heard of a leftist referring to themselves as being some benevolent, peaceful, tolerant, loving individual. I haven't heard of that in 15 years. Please think back. When's the last time that you heard anything about that? Maybe whenever Obama was running for his first presidency, you heard a lot about that. Who knows? Obama blew up everybody with drones, so I'm surprised any of us made it. No, I'm just joking. That's hyperbole. I should not say that. But let's stop playing this game where we're going to use it as a cudgel, as a cudgel that doesn't exist in our minds and doesn't exist in their minds. They don't believe they're tolerant. They don't want to be tolerant. They're proud of not being tolerant. The right views tolerance as we must be tolerant. The right has a monopoly on violence, which is one reason why it is so very dangerous for us to even entertain the idea of enacting any political violence. That's the scariest thing in the world. I am scared to death, especially a week out from Charlie being murdered, assassinated for the words he was speaking. And I had some conversations with some friends who were pretty far left, and I asked them. I said, at what point does someone have to use words that I don't like? At what point? How much of their words do I need to view that they are attacking my way of life and my way of being? How far do they have to go before I can shoot them? Before I can kill somebody for them using words that I don't like. And then now, of course, that did prompt a rather large conversation about, well, it's different. It's always different. But mostly it always came down to that, well, no, you should not kill anyone for the words that they have, because that's my main question for anybody on the left right now, especially with anybody who is on the left and believes that words can be violent. See, it's not just in the the scary thing about that is that the only person who has to view those words as violent or as potentially violent against you is the person who's going to enact the violence against you. So it's like you can't slap me and then tell me that it wasn't that bad. It's like, well, no, this is purely subjective, which is the problem in all this, is all of these words, it's purely subjective about how violent these words are. So who sets the standard? Well, the standard is up to each and every individual. Well, if it's up to the each and every individual, or the argument goes, well, I mean, everybody viewed that what he was saying was dangerous. It's like, okay, fine. Now we have a qualifier. If enough people believe that what you're saying is violent and dangerous, you need to die. Okay, let's play this game. Let's roll out this logic right here. Okay, how many people do I need to get together that think that another person's speech is violent in order for us to be able to eliminate that individual? And if that line of reasoning and logic does not make you incredibly worried, then you are not being realistic. You're living in a bubble, and you think that because of where you live or what you do or whatever insulation you have around you, that your own flawed logic is not going to get back to you as a leftist, thinking that words are the same as physical violence, or anywhere near it. By the way, if I had to choose between somebody punching me in the face or screaming some really mean stuff at me, I'm honestly going to take the mean words every day of the week. And the only people who can't differentiate between the two are people who've never been hit. Yeah. Not enough people know what it feels like to be punched in the face. I'm not saying that you should go around punching people in the face who disagree with you. That's not what this is about. This is about just, let's be intellectually honest. Let's be verbally honest. Let's use words and say things that we believe. And so, yeah, if there's anybody who watches this who believes that words are violence, then please lay out for me either what sort of words and what sort of context is the same as physical violence, and or how many people do I have to get together to think that you're a problem so that you can be removed. God bless you. God bless Charlie Kirk. God bless his family. God bless the USA.